That's good. All right, Shalom. First of all, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Of course, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who well, and peace and salutations to the elect. All right, the elect meaning, of course, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans of the 144,000 Hanabayayim, the prophets, which the Lord will set up to be his mouth, and of course the rest of the innumerable multitude, which are consisting of so-called, well, actually, Slakia, not so-called, but men, women, and children, helps, all right, women, who, of course, and children, who the Lord will have mercy upon. They will all together, that 1/3 multitude, will receive the Thawah, they will, which is the mark of exemption. They will also understand the truth, of course, be partakers in the full understanding of the Bible, the mysteries in which Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai gave us to us, all right, through the, of course, the mercy Yahweh gave, giving us Yahweh Shai to, of course, opening the seals in which we have the understanding of this little book. And because of that, of course, we have understanding of the times we're in and all of the various mysteries in which was hidden from us when we were in the world. Okay, of course, we want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who well, and peace and salutation again to the elect. Slacky if I've repeated myself, but you know, the flesh is weak. So as we are going into, we are in the time of prophecy. We have the understanding. We know what's going on. More than anything, the Lord is showing who his chosen are. The more we approach the day of the second coming of Yahweh Shai, and we can tell by these prophecies, the breakdowns, that the apostles and the elders, whom the Lord, of course, raised up to give us this truth. We seeing that it's all true. All right, it's becoming true. It's just flat truth. Okay, but obviously, you know, as the scriptures say, you know, then they shall know that a prophet has been among them. You know, when the word come to pass.
Quick precept. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 18. It says, "Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not." Kind of like the brother was saying, you know, through the prophecies, you know, through the, you know, the different doctrines, the doctrine of Great Millstone, you know, the breakdown of the scriptures, you're understanding, you're now able to see, you know, you're starting to understand, able to see that who the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are by the way that we're breaking down the scriptures and by these different prophecies coming to pass.
You know, it's just we seeing it happening, and of course the Lord is showing, of course, the condemnation of those who don't have the full understanding, who don't have the oil, the Shema, the understanding of this Bible. And I mean, it's just beautiful to see it, because all of the deception has been a heavy stumbling block onto us, okay, before, when we were in the world under all the different false doctrines which we followed, being in the Christian church, Christianity, what you know as Christianity, the Baptist churches, Methodist churches, Presbyterian, Jehovah Wickedness, what y'all call Jehovah Witness, the different Mormon, Latter-day Saints church, these different doctrines and such. Now, of course, even being some you got some Jake that actually into the whole Judaism. You know, the Lord's putting down all of this, these stumbling blocks and such in these days and times. You could get the book of Jude. Just go to Jude. I think it's one chapter long. And start at the top.
This is Jude chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "Jude, the servant of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and brother of James, to them that are sanctified by the Most High, the Father, and preserved in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach and called."
So we are, of course, you know, we of course are coming in the stead of the servant, as name of Jude, Yahweh in the Hebrew, okay, of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and through of course Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, we are sanctified by the Most High, all right, and we're also preserved, okay, because we of course are in debt to Yahweh Shai, okay, because remember, it is of course the blood of Yahweh Shai in which we have that reconciliation to be made back friendly with the relationship we had, which was severed by, of course, us becoming Gentiles and worshiping various idols. Okay, we are now, of course, made back friendly with the Most High Yahweh through, of course, our intercessor, our mediator, which is Yahweh Shai. All right, you can get any precepts on that too. Okay. You know, and it's a very beautiful thing of the chesed, the mercy that we have in Yahweh Shai. You know, we don't have to be as these reprobate out there who are walking after their own lusts and, of course, driven through every wind of doctrine, okay, that are out there and such. Because there's tons of different doctrine that sound very sweet, but it's not the truth. All right, there's one truth that's out here, okay, and we are, of course, following after that, and that's following after Yahweh Shai. All right, whom the Lord, of course, has set up, you know, for us to have that redemption. Okay. Now I got precept he about to bring up. Now I may find another precept as well. So you bring out your precept first when you got it.
This is Hebrews chapter 7 verse 25. It says, wherefore he is able also to save them to the uttermost that come unto the Most High by him, seeing he ever liveth to make intercession for them. I'm gonna look up that word intercession real quick. It says to pray, to entreat. God.
Make intercession. All right. You have here to make intercession for one. Okay. Which go to like another Google, like a Google definition real quick, just to help. Right.
It says the action of intervening on behalf of another.
Right. So we, of course, have that mediator, which is Yahweh Shai. He's working on our behalf to, of course, go before the Father, of course, giving us that access to the forgiveness of sin. Give me that mediator. Look that up. And mediator, just put in mediator. We have this mediator, who is Yahweh Shai. It'll come up. Go up. Right there. You see it?
This one?
First, yeah, right there. And any of them, you can bring out even more if you want.
Okay. This 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. It says, for there is one power and one mediator between the Most High and men, the man Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
Right. So that's, and look up that word mediator, Baba Kashai.
God.
Play the Greek. What do you say?
Okay.
I might have to.
33:16.
Mesites.
Mesites.
He gonna read the actual definition. Same thing.
It says one who intervenes between two. It says either in order to make or restore peace and friendship.
Right. So that's your reconciliation. Okay.
And it says or form a compact or for ratifying a covenant.
Right. Go into that, ratifying the covenant. Go that right there, ratify. Look that up real quick. Like you ratify a document. It's like, yeah.
It says sign. Who's one?
Yeah, you can read that thing.
It says sign or give formal consent to treaty, contract, or agreement, making it officially valid.
Right. You know? And that's, of course, all of this is all through Yahweh Shai. All right? And it's like, so it's like, go back again. One more, back again. Back, like on the tab.
Okay.
And then there's they got precept that basically explains it in the mediator precepts.
Okay.
Right? Any of the, like, yeah.
This is Hebrews 9:15. It says, and for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance.
Right. So you said, it goes into that he's that mediator, okay? He's one back in behalf for the New Testament, which that, of course, is in the Hebrew, the New Testament, is I believe that's Barayath Chadash. All right, Barayat HaChadasha, right? Which that means Barayath means, of course, going into agreement. All right, our covenant, and then you have Chadash, which that, of course, going into Chadash meaning new. Okay, in which we have it where the law, statutes, commandments, which you could even get it Jeremiah 31 and 31. You know, you had the old covenant. You know, we had, of course, to do the various sacrifices. You know, when we would commit sins, we would give them to the priesthood, Levites. All right, when we would go off, you know, and we abused that and such. You know, when, of course, Yahweh got tired of that, and then, of course, we cast off. And then now we are being brought back. The relationship is being made friendly by, of course, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, with my covenant, which my covenant they break. Although I was an husband unto them, saith Yahweh.
Right.
But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people."
Right. And, you know, we going to have the law, statutes, commandments within our actual being. We're going to receive new spiritual bodies, okay? Us that be delivered as the hopefully elect on this side, who are not to, of course, taste death. Okay, we're going to receive and be caught up, you know, in the clouds, which are the so-called UFOs. We will get new bodies, and that is going to be within perfection, all right, all right? It's going to be where we can't go off. We're going to be in complete perfection as our first estate will be, okay? Where we can't go off. We can't get sick at all. You know, we're going to obviously be able to rule and be able to defy all means, all right, which are in the physical. We're going to be extraterrestrial beings, okay? We're going to have the law, statutes, commandments, which having that within our inward parts, within ourselves, okay, we won't be able to go off, and so we will be perfect, okay? When, of course, you are what? When you sin chata, you, of course, are missing the mark, and that, of course, brings what? As the scriptures tell you, for the wages of sin is death. You know, there's some sins that are unto death, you know, and we, of course, have broken, you know, as you broke one, you broke them all, you know, so we are dirty, filthy people, vessels and such. So we need, of course, that Redeemer, which is Yahweh Shai, okay, whom we have redemption through, okay? Continue to read, too, I think.
Okay. Verse 34 says, "And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith Yahweh, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more."
Right, because everything is going to be wiped clean, okay? Because what? We have the law, statutes, commandments in our inward part. Of course, you have it, of course, when we are in the kingdom, the 2/3, which they're going to be coming back, because all Israel going to be saved, all right? They're going to come back through the seed of the elect. All right, and everything's going to be absolutely perfect. You ain't gonna have to teach hey, you can't commit adultery, you can't eat pork. He already gonna know, because it's gonna be within him in his spirit. Okay, you can even go to Hebrews 8 if you want to. And this covenant is only made between the nation of Israel. All right, and of course, yeah, that's it. There's a nation from Yahweh Shem Yahshai unto the nation of Israel. There's nobody else, you know, within this new covenant. All right, Bara'ashiyath Chadasha. All right.
This is where you want me to start at? 6.
Yeah, whatever in the spirit.
Okay. This is Hebrews 8 and 6. It says, "But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises."
Right. You see that mediator word is been popping up everywhere. All right. So we have to worship Yahweh Shai. Okay, it'd be crazy if a person tell you, oh, you can't worship Yahweh. Like, you got certain dudes that in that doctrine where they don't actually reverence Yahweh Shai, all right, which, you know, that's clearly in violation, all right, of the scriptures, all right. Yahweh Shai was given power. I'm gonna get that other precept too, real quick. If you even know it off the top, I think it's in like. I'll find it. It's Philippians, Philippians chapter 2, and you could start at round 8, or actually start at 4, and then go down. Down. I think it's like 11 or something like that.
This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach Yahushai, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God."
Right.
It says, "But made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men."
Right. So, Yahweh Shai, of course, Yahweh sent Yahweh Shai down to, of course, bring the redemption for Israel. All right. He had to die for the sins of the whole nation of Israel. All right. And you see it that, the Most High didn't come down here, and do that. Meaning that there's no Trinity, what you guys are taught in the whole Roman Catholic dogma, which the same thing in the regular Christian churches is nothing but universalism, which that's Catholicism. Okay, that whole dogma, they teach you about this Trinities and stuff. Some of y'all be like, "Oh no, we don't believe in the Trinity." Well, you may have remixed it, but you still believe in certain doctrines in which they push, just because you don't have the understanding of the Bible. All right, keep reading. And do these precepts, you get the understanding to know that. Okay, you hear a precept and hear that, he had to say where it says he had a form of the Most High, and going there and going down, and it explains itself, But you gotta have the Spirit dealing with you to be able to discern these scriptures. It says, let this mind be in you, which is also in Hamashiach Yahushai, who being in the form of the power, thought it not a robbery to be equal with the power. All right, keep reading on.
Kind of says, "But made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself, and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross."
Right, and you had Yahweh Shai. He had to, of course, go through the same sufferings in which we go through, because he was in the vessel of flesh. Okay, he was within the same bashar that we have go to. He was subject unto vanity just as we was. But of course, as we know in the scriptures, they tell you that Yahweh Shai, he was perfect. It's a precept that talk about this, and it's in the book of Isaiah. Let me see if we can find it. It's like, I'm not sure if it's in like 40-ish, but we'll find it. Just give us a wee moment where it speaks about Yahweh Shai. Like, it might be like, you can put in "by thy stripes we were healed," something like that, and it might pop up in that actual chapter, I believe. Let's see. Let me see. Is it 49? Let me see. It's like.
Is it in the 53rd chapter?
Wait, what did it say? What you said? 50 what? 3?
53.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Go to that Isaiah 53. All right, and you can start at verse 3.
This is Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3. It says, "He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief."
Right, and he was despised and rejected of his own nation, of Israel. You had the different wicked scribes and Pharisees. You had righteous ones too. But the wicked ones, they rejected him. All right, they of course seen that, this man, the different standing in which positions they had within of course, the Roman Empire. Okay, which we were nothing but being a province in the Roman Empire. We were subject onto as a tributary onto the Roman laws and such. Okay. And then Yahushua came on. He talking about, hey, I'm redeeming back the kingdom unto Israel and stuff. These dudes was like, nah, we good with these Roman, which they were Edomites. So, as you have it today, a lot of these 2/3 that's coming back in their regeneration, which is the same generation back then, is back here in the new, or right now. They coming against the troops and stopping this. They don't want to see Yahushua come back.
Even the Israelites, when they left Egypt, they wanted to go back. You got your freedom, and instead they wanted comfort, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
They wanted comfort, not knowing there was something better to come.
And what it is, they lack that faith. Well, faith is a gift. A lot of them, Jake. They of course had to. You had to believe that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna take care of you and stuff. When you was in that wilderness and stuff. You ain't have, of course, where you have, we got the Egyptian government. We got this and this, and we can get this and this right there in front of you. Now you're in the wilderness. You got to depend on what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to provide. And that, of course, requires faith, which faith is what? The substance of things. What's that? Yeah, that Hebrews? Yeah, you pull it up. Yeah, and we go in this spirit, so, we going to hit you with these precepts because, I believe it's necessary because, like I said, man, we be having these different Jake that be bringing up this confusion. You gotta go into these things, because certain Jake coming out of that whole Christianity doctrines and stuff, these other doctrines in which we grown up in as well, a lot of us and such, and we have to, of course, be cleansed by the washing of the word, be baptized by the word, be clean.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
You gotta, of course, have faith. You may not be able to see, look, I might not see food, but you gotta believe food's gonna come, because the Lord fed them with the manna from heaven and such. Okay, there's different sorts that the Lord gave them water. Okay, gave us water because we are them people. Okay, which this is all a blessing. All right. It's all about faith, and you could read that chapter on your own and give you, how certain of our forefathers had faith, and of course did their different works, and of course was counted obviously as belief. Okay, and you have to step out, and have faith, have confidence in what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is doing, because that's where the power is. You believe in your actual power. We get our power from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not from anything else. Okay.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 24. It says, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for it? Yeah, like we was making the point of the Israelites when they left Egypt, the Most High gave them, better promises of a good land flowing with milk and honey, but they couldn't see the land. They weren't actively in the land and see the exact promise. So they didn't have that faith. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're able to see it, then that's not showing your faith. If you can clearly see what you're gonna get, you see what I'm saying? Like, let's say somebody say they're gonna give you a car. If you can clearly see the car right there in the parking lot, but they say, oh, I'm gonna give it to you at this time. Right. So then you can clearly say, okay, I'm gonna get this car. But if let's say you can't see the car, then
he gonna give me a car?
Yeah, exactly. You like, oh, he don't even got the money to get the car. You're like, how does this dude go get the car? So you gotta have that faith in that person that they're gonna be able to do it. Like, it's the same thing with the Most High. We're not actively able to see the promises that we're gonna receive. All these different spiritual gifts. We haven't. We're not physically able to see it. Yeah,
we're not in the whole kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Where of course we have everybody under subjection, but we still hope and do, of course, faith. We know we gonna receive it, and that's just due the gift that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gave unto us to have that actual faith. All right, that's what separates the elect of the Most High from the 2/3. The ones that are of Israel but not of Israel. Okay, we actually have faith and belief. You got anything else on that one? We actually might pull out the account. I think you can put in like murmurings or something like that. Wait, they was like you was mentioning about in Egypt, yeah, in the wilderness talking, mince and shit. It's like I end up saying shit, but it is what it is. It's just rude speech. But murmurings or put with an S on there, and then or you could put like golden calf. It might come up. Let me see where we at. Is it 16? Yeah, 16. Go to 16. I think 12. I'm looking at right there. Or yeah, you can get quick, and then we'll go see where the actual count is. Right, and wherever did the spirit you discern to start. Yeah, I think you can start right there, right?
Where 12?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let me see. I have heard the murmurs of the children of Israel speak unto them, saying, ye shall eat flesh in the morning. Yeah, you can even, you could probably start up above. Yeah, go up above. Go up even more. Probably, we'll just start at the top. Yeah, that's it. Get this history out.
Okay. This is Exodus chapter 16, verse 1. It says, and they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, and on the 15th day of the second month after the departing of the land of Egypt.
Right, which we came out of Egypt as a whole nation, all right? Us Israelites came out of the Matazarium, which is another Egyptian, that's a Greek title, all right? They're Matazarium, they're Hamitic, okay? They're so-called Egyptians, okay? Which would be right now the so-called modern day Sudanese, Watazulus and such. They're super tall people. They're dark race, all right, but they're not of our same lineage. They come out of Ham or Hot, which of course is of so-called Africans of today. All right, one of his sons, okay, Matazarium.
Okay. Verse 2 says, and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
Look up that word murmur. You could tell this our people, because this is what our people be doing, man. Murmuring and shit. The Hebrew word right there.
Lawan?
Yeah.
Okay. Says.
Yeah.
It says to grumble, complain, murmur, to complain, cause to grumble.
Yeah, you can just see these bitter ass jakes coming out. That's how grumble and stuff be. Oh man, we done came out. He came out. Y'all done took us out, cause they're of course under Moshe and Aaron, or Moses and Aaron. All right, and they let out of Egypt under Pharaoh. Okay, and then they were murmuring. All right, which you gonna keep reading?
It says, and the children of Israel said unto them, would to the Most High we had died by the hand of Yahweh in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full. For ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
Right. So you see they sitting there complaining and such. All right, which that murmur, what was it again? In the Hebrew was what?
Lawan.
Yeah, Lawan. All right, they were grumbling, complaining. All right. They we was full, which you can check that word. Full might have been malah. They were all, satisfied. Let's see if that word. All right, we got Shabai. Yeah, Shabai. Yep. Go. Same thing. To be in fullness. All right. Abundance. Okay. They had that within, of course, Matazarium. Okay. And we built that place up too. All right. We built those different various structures and pyramids, which you see and all. And the Egyptians prospered off us, same as these modern day Egyptians. These Edomites, all right, are prospering, all right, because we have built up this place which you see before you, which is America, and various places where we have been dwelling, all right, over the world. We have been in subjection on them, and we built these places up. And these Edomites, since they have the dew of heaven, of course, and we of course fell as a nation, they have all these things in subjection. So of course you coming back, going from a place that was very prosperous, you had things available, okay, because this place is, like I say, ancient Egypt, and here being modern day Egypt is in the same. Okay, it's just reincarnated. Okay, you have the Israelites coming out of a place where they had full Shabbat. They were full. They were satisfied. Access to bread, food, water. Okay, they coming out like, what? We in the wilderness. Continue to read.
Okay. It says, then said Yahweh unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Ooh, so Yahweh, not Yahweh, he didn't just say like, look, he said his word, but it's got it as a test, because he said I may prove them. All right, he said I'm gonna give you what people shall go out and gather a certain rate. Look up that certain rate right there, Baba Kishah. Let me see. I want to look that up. Rate. Look up rate. Should be like a quantity. The bar. That just mean thing. Yep, a thing. Yeah. Go back. So just a certain amount. Go for certain. Look that one up. See how it goes under that. All right. So all right now keep reading. Proof. Look that one up. Prove them. All right. And it has faith. The Hebrew word
is Nasa.
Yep.
And it says to test, try, prove, tempt. It says assay, put to the proof or test.
Right. So you had, of course, Yahweh. He put them to the test, because he told them something. All right. And he want to see who gonna believe. Right. As it says, whether they will walk in my law or no. Which goes until you walk in the law, you're going to walk in the way. You're going to, of course, obey, meaning Shemai, listen, okay? Or not, meaning to not listen, not believe, okay?
And if I can say this real quick, and a lot of times, the Most High will give our people a commandment, and, even to this day, you'll see it as a small thing, as a light thing that you think if you break it is really no big deal. Oh, I just shaped up my beard, that's no big deal. But the scripture says, in Samuel it says stubbornness is as the sin of witchcraft.
Sin of rebellion, or is that one? I might be mixing it up. Samuel Allah.
I think it's 15 and 23.
I just had pulled it up too. You don't guess like you.
Yeah, it says for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and that's what you're doing when you don't adhere to the laws, statutes, and commandments. No matter how small it may seem, that's rebellion, and that's the sin of witchcraft. And the scripture says, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." Right. So no matter how small you see the commandment is, you still gotta follow it to the best of our ability. Right. You can't just put it away like, oh, that's a light thing. I just shave my beard. What's the big deal, dude?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, these laws is important. It's not just written there just because the Lord just said, hey, I'm gonna write them down. The Lord actually is repetitive and written down the law, statutes, commandments. Which they all over the Bible. You got the book of Leviticus, all right. You got the book of Deuteronomy. It's in Exodus. It's all over the Bible, the different laws and such. And when you making war, rebelling, you making war with the man of war, that's crazy. I always make that point and stuff. That just goes and show you how we are saw as children, and that's actually us that was in, going back to the ancient Israelites. We are the true Israelites of today, all right? And that those who are claiming our heritage, okay, being that you have the people of the nation of Edom, they're in, of course, the land of the state of Israel. They are claiming our heritage to prove they're not. Okay, because like I said, they say they self Israeli. They don't claim, of course, them to be the actual Israelites. Okay, they can't tell you, all right, where's Judah, where's this person, where Ephraim, or they can tell you they can so-called tell you a little bit, but they don't, like they say they Judah and Levi or lawyer. They say something else. They don't be saying like how we doing Lashon Kadash, but yeah, they don't know. They just be like, give me this other stuff. And that's a whole nother thing and lesson in itself. All right. But yeah, man, you gotta have faith. The Lord is pleased when you of course have faith in Him.
Okay. This is verse 5. It says,
believing He is.
It says, and it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily, And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even, then ye shall know that Yahweh hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. Says, and in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of Yahweh, for that he heareth your murmurings against Yahweh. And what are we that ye murmur against us?
Right, because all the things in secret, it get manifest to the light. Don't think that Yahweh Hashem Yahshua don't know. He got angels watching. He hear you, when you murmur. That's why, you shouldn't be doing all that. There's different laws. I believe it might be in the New Testament to tell you about that. About like basically going into this murmuring, complaining and stuff. You gotta watch yourself.
Yeah, and when you speak bad about the servants of the Most High, you speaking bad about the Most High. You thinking you just speaking to a man, or you're just talking trash to a man. Like when brothers go out there on the highways and edges, we're preaching the word. People say we're crazy, we're stupid, we're this, that, and the third. When you thinking you insulting us, you insulting the Heavenly Father. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because all we are representation of the Most High and Yahweh Shai, His Son.
Yeah, we are ambassadors.
Kind of says, and Moses said, verse 6, so like verse 8 says, and Moses said, this shall be when Yahweh shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, for that Yahweh heareth your murmurings which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Yahweh.
And explain what the Ak was talking about.
Okay. It says, and Moses spake unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before Yahweh, for he hath heard your murmurings.
Yeah, so my shot, Moses, he spake on Aaron. He's like, look, man, bring the whole congregation, bring the flock, bring the children of Israel out. All right, because Lord Yahweh heard what you were saying. All right, read.
Okay. And it came to pass as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yahweh appeared in the cloud.
Right, so you had, of course, a chariot that showed up.
It says, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh your power.
Right, so you got Most High, because Most High Yahweh used men, all right, on his behalf. All right, and then it take like Jake act like they want to see the Most High come up, pull up on him, for them to believe, It's crazy.
I even had a certain Jake, that I work with. I told him a few precepts or whatever, a few breakdowns of the scriptures. He didn't want to believe it, and this dude gonna say he want the Most High to tell him that. I'm like, dude, who are you that the Most High God come to you personally? I gotta come to this man personally and say it to his face, like, yeah, these are my words.
Yeah, the Lord came to me in a vision. He gotta come to me in a vision for me to believe.
Yeah, the Most High God gotta go out of his way to please you. Right. Nah, dude.
The Lord do everything decently in order and stuff. He got, of course, what? He set up what? Tutors and governors and such, until he come back. Look that up real quick. Tutors and government real quick. The Lord has priests here, which we are, of course, priests. All right, kings and priests. We are priests under the, you go into the order of Melchizedek, which that's Yahweh Shai, one of his reincarnation, if you can receive it. All right, you have, of course, we were set up, okay, and we, of course, are who the rest of the nation. Just put tutors, yeah, and who the rest of the nation had to, of course, listen to, which we're just see, like, spell check, let me see, is it got spelling grammar, like, probably, is it two Taurus, like with a TUD, yeah, see if that work. Hey, the Lord, he has men on, he sent men on behalf, yeah, click it, yeah.
This is Galatians chapter 4, verse 1. It says, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father.
Right. Go into tutors and governors. Look at that.
Okay. says one to whose care or honor anything has been instructed.
Right. We, of course, have the instruction. All right. Due, of course, the elders and apostles who the Lord, of course, gave this truth to. And, of course, we being, of course, of that discipleship. Okay. Following after those who are before us. Okay.
As also overseer, says
bishops.
As one who has the care and tutelage of children. Yeah, so our people, spiritually, as it refers to the word, they're children.
Right. Yeah, and we would be shepherds when you go into it. We got a chief shepherd being, of course, Yahweh Shai. All right. And then you have, of course, us. We're shepherds as well. All right. Getting y'all all in order and such, We're getting our house in order. Okay. Our nation in order. Okay. And you're supposed to actually reverence the priests. Okay. Which Aaron, he had the priesthood. You go into it, and his sons and stuff. And we come in that stock today because, of course, through Yahweh Shai, you have, of course, all 12 tribes is under the priesthood. I don't know if you got that precept. That precept is that. Let's see. Might see if I can find it. If I can't find it, we'll bring it out in another lesson. Let me see. It might be in like Hebrew. I know it might be in Hebrews. Let me see. But we'll continue as right now. Where was you at? And if Lord will not find that precept.
This is Galatians chapter 4 verse 2. It says, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father.
Okay. Yep. Let me see. All right. I'm in Hebrew. Let me see. I'm gonna check if it's in Hebrews 7. Let me see. I'm not sure if it's there. But let me see something. Let's see if this the precept. I'm at like 7 and 14 reading down. Let me see. I might just go. We might do another lesson just going into it, just so I can make sure everything's on point. Bring out the necessary precepts. So we'll just hold on that right now. So I can go. All right. So go back to the other precept. Now we done with that. All right. Now back to the Exodus.
Okay. This is Exodus 16 verse 12. I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh your power. And it came to pass that at evening the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host.
Right, and that's a quail going to a lawful bird. When you go and check it real quick, like similar to chicken. All right, go to quails real quick. Well, no, we don't have to slug it, just so that you know, though.
So I
yeah,
find where it was at.
Kind of quail. Yeah, it's like it. Yeah. So the Lord provided. Out of nowhere. Okay, it's the faith. Read. Next precept. All right, next scripture.
Verse 14 it says, and when the dew that lay was going up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which Yahweh hath given you to eat.
Right. Now go to that word real quick, manna, right? And it's literally, I think it's manna in Hebrew. Man. All right? Or manna. All right? Same from mah, which...
It says, the bread from heaven that fed the Israelites for 40 years of wilderness wanderings.
Yeah, and we, of course, when we, of course, go through this Jacob trouble, we going to have Yahweh Shai guiding us with this angel, and Yahweh Shai, we know, is the bread that came from heaven. Okay?
If I could make this point real quick. Yeah, so the children of Israel, they were in the wilderness. If you in the wilderness, you like, where the hell we gonna find food to eat? You like, we gonna starve like a unspiritual person.
Yeah,
this is their carnal person's thought. This is their mindset. Like, we in the wilderness, where the hell we gonna eat? Like, my kids gonna starve.
Yep.
Everybody finna die.
Right,
No,
that's
but
faithless.
yeah, but a spiritual man is gonna be like, man, the Most High can do whatever he wants.
He said it, so he gonna do it.
And he did exactly just that.
Right. Yep, and that's like the point. All right. Get that one. Believe he is. That's a precept. You can put it in like just put in believe that he is, and it'll pop up. Yeah, if you can pull it up. Yeah.
That's Hebrews 11 too. Hebrews 11:6. Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, probably.
It says this Hebrews 11:6.
It's all about faith, right? Because the first precept was talking about faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? Evidence of things that are not seen. Roughly paraphrase. Read.
It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right. So you gotta what? You first of all, you gotta have faith to please the Most High. All right. And of course, we know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh, all right, is a rewarder. All right, because we know that Yahweh, Yahweh, he is, all right, is Yahweh. That's his name. Okay, he is, he to be, he exists. All right, he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right, we believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, that's faith. So we know that he gonna make us eat. We gonna eat. We eating right now. The Lord taking care of us and stuff. He gonna take care of us in the wilderness when we going as pilgrims in Jacob trouble too. All right.
In Proverbs 3:5, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not upon thine understanding." Yeah, you might be in a perilous situation. You like, how am I gonna get out of this situation? Right. In your mind, in the flesh, in the flesh that we're in, you're gonna try to rationalize. There's no way out of this. Right. But a spiritual man is gonna be like, man, there's a way out of everything, any and everything, whatever situation.
Yeah, all things is possible to our Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Nothing's impossible unto us, and we have access to that power when we call upon him. As it says in the scriptures, about the righteous. The name of the Lord is a strong power and a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and are safe. Roughly paraphrase. So we gotta believe in our power. Believe that we gonna receive these blessings. Okay, believe that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna deliver us from these various forms of tribulations. Okay. Because we're going to be going through a lot, and we have to believe in these things which are written, all right, for our learning. Okay. Okay, God, now go back to, I think, Jude again. We went through so much that it went, just pull in, just put Jude in. All right, so back to it. Yep, yeah. So start back where you was.
Let me start back on one. Yeah, I think I just read one. Mm-hmm. This is Jude 1:1. It says, Jude, the servant of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach and brother of James, to them that are sanctified by the Most High the Father and preserved in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach and called. Mercy unto you and peace and love be multiplied. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints.
Yep, unto the Israelites. Okay, we had to earnestly contend. Look up that word for earnest and contend. Yep. So he got that word in the Greek, which is epagonismo, something of that nature. All right, I ain't gonna let the Edomite read it, but we gonna keep going. Just read the definition. It just say contend. Which means to struggle. Read.
It says to struggle for, earnestly contend for.
Yeah, go to etymology too. Yeah, you could just like click this right here. You see it, that little dot.
Oh, this one.
Yep, and then put in the word. Yeah. Yep. Like a contender, man. When I think of a contender, I think of a fighter. All right. Read it.
Kind of says engage in rivalry, compete.
Right. Reading on measure or tribe on strength with fight. With machama. All right. With the fight. Okay. And we, of course, are called to be soldiers in this. You know, we, of course, have to have that armor of the faith. Okay, we have to put on that whole armor. All right? It says to assert, to affirm, maintain. We know that the scriptures talk about us to be steadfast. You know, firmly rooted. You got to be in Yahweh Shai. All right? There's tons of precepts on that. Okay? And look up that word earnest real quick in the etymon. Put earnest in. Sometimes it be acting stupid. Oh yeah, you can read that right there. Earnest. See it right there. Yeah.
Says zealous, serious.
Yeah. In the old English, got it. Eorosne or Eonost stay or something. Right. Serious intent. You know. And you know the Lord require you to be obviously serious about this. You know, no man that put his hand to this plow, you know, looketh back. Them Jake was looking back. They was looking back at Egypt.
Just like Lot's wife looked back.
Right. And they tell you not to look back.
We have, you know, through the scriptures, you know, you have a lot of different situations where the Most High, you know, is constantly testing our people, and that's really all life is, just a big test of your faith, you know, for the Israelites, of your integrity, to see what you're gonna do. Because I'm sure brothers can speak on it, you know, personally. We're being tested every single day.
Every moment.
You being tested in all these different situations. Now, a carnal man is not gonna see these different tests, but a spiritual man, you like, man, as soon as it happens, you like, man, that's the Most High testing me.
A spiritual man, you gotta be circumspect, and this, you gotta like the scriptures they speak of about you being circumspect. It speak of also there's another word I was gonna bring out. Examine yourself when you're in the faith. A spiritual man judges all things.
And if you don't have the knowledge and understanding of this truth, you're not gonna pass the test. You don't have the study guide. How you gonna? Yep. You ain't even study for the test. How you gonna pass?
Yeah, and you know the scriptures tell us to study to show ourselves to be approved. You know, so if we want to be approved and be, of course, deemed as a vessel for use, one that, of course, is worthy to be redeemed. Okay, we have to be, of course, serious and have our intent. All right, a serious intent in performing, serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and believing that He's Yahweh, you know, and Yahweh Shai. All right, He is the deliverer. Okay, that He gonna deliver us out of these various woes, these destructions, the World War III, the different forms of the martial law. You know, Esau with his wicked troops, and come up, run up around on you. The hour of temptation. Okay, the starving, the famine that's gonna come. We gonna eat though, you know, and that's why these things are written in the scriptures. You know, to build us up in our faith, you know, and to get us prepared. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua ain't gonna leave us out here, you know, without, you know, a cloak, you know, without any type of ganan or cover or defense. He gonna give us. He gonna feed us. He the bread. Yahweh Shai is that bread that came from heaven. So we getting fed. You know. Yeah. Oh yeah, so go back now, and then I think we're gonna leave off in that last precept being I think it's like coming up, and then we probably gonna close off. This is a good blessing. I like this.
This is Jude 1:3. It says, Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. It says, For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord, the Most High, and our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Yeah, you got dudes that come, you know, into the truth. You know, they may experience the honey, and then the bitter come up on them, and obviously they just had their own agenda within them. They want fame and all this different, like you say, scripture speak about lasciviousness. They want various profits. All right, you know, they turn this truth, this ministry, into nothing but, as where you had it, where the wicked scribes and Pharisees. We can bring up that with the when Yahweh Shai flip them tables. Yeah, we'll bring up that account, because the same things is going on, you know, back in back then is going on now. You know, you got people making merchandise of this troop. You know, it's nothing but a cookout and lamb dinners and stuff, and getting wives and stuff. Okay, we're gonna bring out an account right here in Yahweh Shai. You seen this stuff was going on in the temple and stuff. All right, we're gonna bring this account up. We can put the red letter 2 on there too, if you can. Over on the end, red letter last one. Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 21, verse 12. It says, and Yahushua went into the temple of the Most High and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves, and said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves.
Yeah. You know, y'all making the work of Yahweh Shem Shai just nothing but a work of just what? Profit. All right. And you have it with the even today's you have it, of course, even the Israelite faith, but you have it, of course, when you see these other pastors, you know, in the Christianity. Oh, pay your tithes. I need a jet. I need a whip. I need a Bentley. The Lord said this kingdom blessings is for me. All access to me. I seek him first. Yeah, and they twisting it.
A big thing they be doing, they write 1,000 books and tell you to pay $1 million. You know what I'm saying? They,
yep.
you know,
you need to sow a seed. You need to sow a seed.
God, heavily priced books. You know what I'm saying? Right. Man, the only book you need is the scriptures.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's another book to, you know, maybe help you understand it. But we're not supposed to be out here writing books and making merchandise of the scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, you know, like, sir, you know, we get different, like, you know, different things. Like, say, like, for example, you know, there's different study resources and stuff. You know, we might have, like, a, you know, like, I know, like, certain groups, they made, like, different, like, convert Paleo Hebrew, like, Israelite Bible. You know, that's cool. You know, the people gonna of course, supposed to support the churches and stuff. But when you doing it in wickedness, that's off.
They'll make different, you know, DVDs, you know, selling it. Like, dude,
we got Israelite music over here. Look, man, you gotta get this.
God, they'll have certain, I guess, lessons, you know, that
they'll have breakdowns.
Breakdowns.
You got different people.
You gotta pay for the breakdowns. Right. No, man.
Freely. What's that precept? You bring that up. Freely, is freely given, freely received, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out this precept real quick. You know, we pay our tithes. We support. You know, we of course, the laborers, the elders and apostles that's before us, and stuff. And they ain't doing it with wickedness and stuff. What they do with the bread, they do obviously in righteousness. You know, and it's of course part of the law to tithe. Okay, but people be taking this stuff obviously just to serve their own bellies.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 7. It says, and as ye go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
Right, so we ain't coming. When you on the highways and hedges, you can just come out and get fed. Brothers just speaking all day. You can get your answers told. You know, don't be coming with some foolishness. You know, you got people with these unlearned, you know, questions and stuff. And you just like, man, like we give them that precept. Like they had yesterday they had the camp, Machanah, their camp. You had this you know, this Jake, you know, he coming up trying to think he gonna defend the gospel of Christianity, which is not the true gospel which Yahushua came with this false. He don't understand the Gentiles is like foreigners. He think Esau can be basically saved and stuff. The other heathen nations, they gonna be in the kingdom being basically blessed, and it's just confusion.
Got a quick precept. This Proverbs chapter 23, verse 23 says, buy the truth and sell it not, also wisdom and instruction and understanding. Yeah, so you're supposed to buy the truth. Let's say the brother might not have a Bible. You know what I'm saying? He don't own a Bible. He might be he might be poor. You don't got a lot of money. No, the scripture says buy the truth. So you got to show that this is something worthy of spending your hard-earned money on. But it says sell it not. You're not supposed. Once you are able to receive that truth, you're not supposed to make merchandise of it. You know, putting out videos and say, oh, you got to go to my website. Hey, this is special
garment. Yeah, you want a garment? You need to pay $22,500 And you'll get the whole package of breakdowns, and you'll be able to have the binder, which have everything within it, and you could go out and teach, you know, just for this fee.
Yeah, the same groups telling you gotta wear your fringes everywhere. They charging you an arm and a leg just to get that fringe.
They don't give you the name. They ain't even give you the whole truth. You know, they giving you, you know, this IUIC we talking about particularly. They telling you about some Most High in Christ and blessed and stuff and all this other stuff. Not giving you Yahweh Shem Yashai, which you need the names of Yahweh Shem Yashai to be saved. You know. Come on, give me we finished on that or?
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Well, we'll leave off on this one. Just hold that one. Give me Book of Amos chapter 8 and Amos 6. Saki. Amos 6. You start at 1. We might jump around.
This is Amos chapter 6 verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that are at ease in Zion."
Right, and Zion, of course, is the monument. All right, of course, which is Israel. One of our titles to Zion. All right, yep.
"And trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came."
Now go skip down to you can keep reading or just keep reading.
It says, "Pass ye unto Canaan, and see, and from thence go ye to Hamath the great. Then go down to Gath of the Philistines. Be they better than these kingdoms, or their border greater than your border? Ye that put far away the evil day, and cause the seat of violence to come near." Right,
and you know our people, they think these other kingdoms, the other heathen nations, they thinking that they got something better. You know, they think they got, you know, oh, they got riches over there. I need to get down with them and stuff. You know, and that's why people, you know, as with back then, 2,000 years ago, got down with the Romans, had, of course, made different covenants, as you read in, of course, the book of Maccabees, which Lord, we'll pull it up, actually. Go to, click on the tab, go to Maccabees, and go into them, what they said, made, was it license with the heat, what's that, like that one, Maccabees, Maccabees first, Maccabees. Where you find it, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where it says, I'm in a second, so I get. Basically, they made a covenant with the heathen or something like that. It might not be worded like that, but let me see. I just get it. It's been a while. 11. You start Maccabees 1 and 10. Point at I think 11.
This first Maccabees chapter 1 verse 10 says, "And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks."
Yeah, and this was another Edomite captivity, that is, which we was in subject under. All right, we were Hellenized in this, actual captivity, as you know, you have it. We're in this we're in this rebirth, the fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire, which is nothing but Greco-Roman system. Okay, they embrace the same Roman laws as the apostles go into the draconian laws and such, you know, as the old Rome was. Okay.
Verse 11 says, "In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow."
Right. All right. And you have it where Jake right now, you know, that they in that same mentality. All right. So they want to make agreements because they like, look, man, we was like, you have it with the Israelites in Egypt, back in Egypt and stuff. They like, damn, man, we had it good with them. Now we in the wilderness. We got to depend on the Yahweh. What? That takes faith. I'm like, I can't see. It. You know, they just want to look on the physical. You know, and that's what Jake is real, you know, they real carnal, you know, and they want what the heathen want. They coveting what other people have. All right. And they not looking what Yahweh Shem Shai is promising is going to give us. All right. So they, of course, do these, these unspiritual things. All right. which is unrational, really. When you use your mind, your mind, which is in Hamashiach, all right, do these dumb things, and then you destroy yourself, all right? That's it, right?
Okay.
All right, so go back to now the Amos. Yeah.
Okay. This is Amos chapter 6, verse 3. It says, ye that put far away the evil day and cause the seed of violence to come near.
Right, and a lot of people put off the prophecy, tell you about the Jacob trouble, okay? You got people that literally tell you there ain't gonna be no Jacob trouble. We just gonna get, the Lord gonna come back, we gonna get beamed up, and that's it. And America gonna be destroyed. There's actual Jacob trouble in the Bible, where Israelites is gonna see a time that wasn't been since beginning, worse than any captivity we've been in, worse than any actual atrocities that have been done, okay? That's Jacob trouble. You read that in Jeremiah, you read it in Daniel's, all right? And they of course, and it says, and cause the seat of the violence to come near. You of course allow, all right, this death to come up, all right, on Jake, okay, because you're not giving that warning, So when they actually come up to you, Jake gonna be destroyed, because they of course don't have the faith, which is of course, as you go to wisdom, understanding shall be the stability, the faith, Amawana, or the faith of this time, Amawan, okay. That's in the Hebrew. You ain't gonna be armed right, so you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna do dumb things like take a chip, another agreement with of course the wicked, all right, which we know as the so-called white man, the Edomites.
Verse 4 says that lie upon beds of ivory and stretch themselves upon their couches and eat the lambs out of the flock and the calves out of the midst of the stall.
Right, so they get the best things. You see right there, Jake, and that's Jake with their complacency and stuff, because they got these Jakes, these agent provocateurs and stuff. They got 501c or 501c3 charters or whatever, these different agreements, where they get these different access to these different blessings which Esau Edom give you, all right, and just because they can't see past what is coming, or see past, or see into the future, they're not having a vision, okay?
It says that chant to the sound of the viol and invent to themselves instruments of music like David.
Right, you got Jake with these, come get my mixtape, come get my Israelite mixtape, we got it, we got good music, see, praise music, it's just like the Christian church with they praise music, rapping and stuff, I chant the sound of the viol, all right? Invent, they think, they make these things up, all right?
Even, like, if I could say this, even, different camps that call themselves being Israelites and call themselves having the knowledge of this truth, they're trying to have a good time in the land of their captivity. Right. They're trying to, live, have barbecues, cookouts, trying to get, marriages popping. They trying to get the music mixtape popping. They trying to have a good time in the land of captivity where
no continuous city.
Where the true servants of Yahweh Shem Yahshai are looking to get out of this. We're looking for the kingdom. We're not looking to have a good time.
Yeah, we not looking at this fucking place, man. Literally, I'm gonna just say it flat. I'm not looking at this damn place, man. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not trying to stay in here. I'm gonna make a mixtape, got $1 million, and still could get pulled over and blown away. Okay. That's stupid. I got a nice fancy garment, and then around the corner next door to me, I got a Confederate flag and a damn Edomite that's pro-Trump. Meaning, like, we say we pro-Trump because we see Trump taking this fucking place out, but you got Edomites out there that they pro-Trump just to tell you, look, I'm racist and I hate your ass, nigga. Like that. We trying to get out of here. We want to have these people in our subjection. All right, has dang supposed to be rightfully, okay? Con.
This is verse 6 says that drink wine in bowls and anoint themselves with the chief ointments, but they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph.
Right, which but going back to Egypt, okay? And we right here in this Egypt hell right now, okay? Yeah, so
and even if brothers were in situations where, in a good situation where we had a good job, we had a nice house, a nice family, but then you still look at the rest of your people catching complete hell. That means you don't care about your people. If you just living it up, having a good time, as long as you good, who cares what the rest of the nation is and what the rest of the nation is going through? And that's what the mindset of a lot of these Israelites. As long as I got it good, who cares what the rest of Israel is going through?
Right, yeah, they just only looking out their own bellies themselves. Yeah, you had Moses. He was what was he raised up under?
Pharaoh, Egypt,
as an Egyptian. He of course went back and lived as a Hebrew.
Yeah, Moses messed up his whole situation. He was high level in Egypt. Moses had the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? And him caring about his brothers. Defending his brother. He killed the Egyptian and had to flee. He had to flee his own land. The land that he was brought up in. And had to leave the comfort of his own home. He really sacrificed everything for his brothers.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what what we doing. We sacrificing it all, fleeing the this the stupid wicked philosophies, come out of like I said, come out of her, which we gonna come out of here literally get beamed up, but we also, I believe in the scripture, tell you we coming out of obviously the different philosophies of this place, not to be all fully within this whole system, you got to come out of this place because this place is going to be destroyed. We of course know that this place is temporal and it's not, eternal. It's going to be destroyed.
Kind of got a quick precept just speaking on what we were speaking about. This is Hebrews 11:24. It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And that's exactly what you're doing when you living it up in this society. You know what I'm saying? You living it up in the land of the captivity of your people. You're enjoying the pleasures of sin. Because there's nothing. That's all that's out here is nothing but
Babylon, nothing but a great sin city. A sin continent, a bull. Everywhere you go, you got nothing but hubs of whoredom, idolatry, fucking wickedness, adultery, all of this fucking goulash, all a jumble up a bull, and this place, it gotta go, it has to go, man, because it's nothing but vanity, man. It's nothing but vanity, man. When you can have a woman, another dude could just snatch her and bang her out, and she can just not say nothing, and just you kissing her every day and giving all your love to her, and she just giving you a lie. That's all America is all about: robbery, lies, and robbery. As it's written in the book of Nahum, I believe the 3rd chapter. You pull it up. You got any more on that?
No, I think that was it.
All right, yeah, go get Nahum real quick.
Which one?
3.
Yeah. Verse 1?
Yeah. Right.
This is Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Yep.
And that's talking about America. This is that bloody city, full of nothing but lies, robbery. You got people conning. Jake of your own nation. Like the scripture tell you about every brother will utterly supplant, roughly paraphrasing. Might get what you get. You get something else?
Yeah, kind of.
All right, yeah. It scriptures to tell you that, Jake getting one over on you, just to feed himself in Babylon, tricking you, leading you into a pit of destruction with himself. That's crazy. That's destructive. And you have obviously the lies that the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, the wicked, they push out. All right, all these dumb philosophies. I had a comment on a comment board telling me that the old ways are wrong, they not fair, basically that women supposed to be and men supposed to be, women are equal to men and all this other confusion and stuff. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That don't make no sense, man. This stuff is just too much, and we giving them raw truth. You could give them raw logic, but we give them this truth and they just reject it. Men love, of course, wickedness rather than, of course, this light. Men love darkness rather than light. I got a precept.
This is Revelation chapter 18 verse 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
yeah, like when you trying to, live it up in the society, you might even be calling yourself Israelite, calling yourself believing in this truth, right. But you trying your best to live it up, to have a good time here. You're partaking of the sins of Babylon.
Right. Yep.
You gotta completely come out of it. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be an Israelite, but I'm still gonna try to live my best life at the same time.
I gotta secure a bag.
Hey, that's what a lot of these guys are doing. I'm an Israelite, right. But I'm still trying to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm a prince of power, man. We like that's so like the Christian got the prosperity doctrine and stuff. This is mine.
Yeah, I'm gonna serve the Lord, but I'm a prosper at the same exact time.
Yep. Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, starting at the top.
God. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 1. So for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
Right. And this is how the ungodly, being chiefly the Edomites, they of course think. All right. But you have, of course, also Jake 2/3. They, of course, think in the same way that the Edomites are thinking. Okay. They like, look, we only live once. They only one life to live. Life's a bitch and then you die and then we get high. Like Nas song tell you. And Carmega, whatever his name is. But go on.
Verse 2 says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little sparkle in the moving of our heart. It says, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
Right, we're going to live and then go to the grave and die, basically. All right.
It says, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth.
Right, and that's that whole Epicurean going after all pleasure, lifestyle and such, in which that's all about America.
That just shows the lack of faith of the better promises to come. If you don't think good promises are gonna come, then you're gonna try your best to have a good time, the best time, as make things as best as you can.
Right, where you making out all different sorts of idols. Money, serving is not serving the Lord. You serving Mammon, the god of money. Okay. You had it with we have our people. Some of them end up building a golden calf. Idols of Egypt and stuff. Not serving Yahweh Shem Shai, and our people do that in various ways. Okay. This place is through. I don't know if you can see when you literally go to work, and if you work in the inner city, or even if you walk in your own neighborhoods, you got Edomites, homeless. and struggling out on opioids in your own neighborhood. You have Jake so gone, when you look at them in their eyes, you can literally see the demons on them. This place is through financially. You have it, of course, even down to the wicked witchcrafts of the Lord's pulling out. Like I believe the Bach in our camp was telling us that the Lord been, of course, it's a precept on it to talk about it. How the Lord basically he pulling back all of the power of they witchcrafts from them. These wicked elites and stuff, where the demons just not dealing with them no more. Okay, that it basically, look, that demon tell you, like I mentioned about I hear right here Yeshaya. He's talking about look out for Loki. The demons is telling you that Yahweh Shai is on his way. I mean, this place is through. So why would you want to go and let me just get mine right now. Let me eat. I just want to eat, dog. I just want a plate. this place through. I don't want no plate with this place. I want out. We want out. We want Yahweh Shem Rashai. We want the whole world. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, we don't want this. Keep reading.
Okay. It says, verse 6 says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth."
Right, use these various creations. All right, like as in a kid. You got the old, even the old, you got the old washed up niggas. All right, they literally, in a way, like they say, they got a midlife crisis. Niggas is literally, I need to be like the young boys. You got dude with skinny on. Dude got fitted in skinnies. He like 60. This dude like 70 years old with shades on. He looking like Birdman. Niggas looking like Birdman. You call him Hollywood. His nickname Hollywood. He gave himself basically a rap name and stuff.
Dyeing their hair, trying to look young.
Yeah,
doing all types of.
You like what the? Your hair gray. That's supposed to be a glory unto you. You know, this is confused. This place is confusion. You know, that's was Babylon. Babylon is everywhere. The Lord, of course, it's like through, of course, Esau, Edom. The Lord put His Spirit on, of course, these Edomites because they had the rulership and they wicked. They pushed this out through all the nations. All right, where it's just nothing but vanity, nothing but confusion, nothing but people trying to, of course, live in the moment, live in the present. That's it. Okay?
Verse 7 says, "Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us."
Right. Let me pop. Let me get me a bottle. Let me go to the club and get me a bottle of champagne. All right. And hey, make sure that VIP section. All right, where I could get my I'll just tell you flat. You can get my dick sucked and get rubbed down. You know, that's basically what this whole thing is about. All right. That's what people want. They want to be balling out, all balled out, okay, and be pampered, okay, which we going to go into the voluptuousness. Keep going.
It says, "Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered." So, you got to get it while the getting's good.
Right. Right. You know, before this place go,
God,
right?
God.
You know, before this place go, let me get it right now while it's alive.
God.
That's heavy, man.
God. It says, "Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness.
Mm-hmm.
Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our lot is this."
Let me take endless amounts of selfies. You know, let me make my mark on this place. Okay, by doing what? All matters of wickedness. Which this place is gonna pass away. All right, and I don't care what you leave in here. You know, you make a statue. All right. Oh, look, I done established first black college. I got the first black entrepreneurship in Philly or wherever. You know, I got this and this. This place gonna be destroyed. Okay. You got anything to say?
Con, you got certain Israelites group. They try to build up the community, man.
Yeah.
The community gonna be destroyed.
Right. Let's get Homestead. Let's get we need to build up our. We need to make Israelites. We need to support ourselves. You know, so that we can make it. We got curses on us that say curse our basket and thy sword. Okay. We got curses that's cursing our basically our prosperity and stuff right now on this side. So what are you doing? It's vain. Okay. Well, you know, the rich have received their consolation. You Jake that want to be in that way. All right. Look up that word for voluptuousness. You probably gotta get in the yeah. Just in the they got that archaic. Yeah. Yeah. Google already know what we talking about because it listened to us. Yeah, right there. Yeah. And then go pull it up and actually copy it and then pull it in like the etymology. Yeah, because the etymology I think give it a real. I think it's like going after luxury or something like that. But let me see. Slack here, one moment. We gonna get it. Copy and paste. Command V. Is it? No. Just type it in. Slaggy. I mean, I ain't gonna say Slaggy for the long lesson. We just going to the spirit, you know, on the Shabbat. Yep, right there.
Kind of says of or pertaining to desires or appetites.
Right, that's it. You know, going for what you want in the flesh, pleasing thy flesh. You know, You know, you're supposed to refrain from thine appetites and stuff. You know, you ain't supposed to go after every damn thing that you want. Okay, that gets you broke. You got these, like we was talking about the Stacey Dash chick. She broke. She live in a cheap apartment, you know, and in jail, beating on a, you know, whoever her partner is, whether he be an Edomite or not, you know, and she done hit the wall. She's destroyed, you know. Going after your appetites, that's all what America promotes to give you. Okay, just going after the lust, like lust of your eyes and such, you know. This whole, you know, this whole everything that Esau gives you, which is vanity, man. This stuff gonna pass away, man. You know. I'm not looking at here. I'm looking at the kingdom. I'm not looking here.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 18, verse 30. It says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites."
Right.
God. It says, verse 31 says, if thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee. Yeah, certain brothers, we have certain desires, you know, certain lusts, but we not going at, especially if it's not beneficial to us, we're not going after that. If it's not, you know what I'm saying, you know, serving the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're not going after that. We're not seeking after our own wills. Brothers might have been wanting to be basketball players, might have wanted to be
sports, damn fighters, you know, UFC fighters.
Brothers might
business
want to be CEO of some company, but we're not going after that. Because why? We got to seek the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because if we seek our own will, what's going to happen? We're going to get, you know, enveloped in this world, and this world is going to we're gonna be destroyed. The world, yeah, exactly. The world's gonna be destroyed. We're gonna be destroyed right along with the world.
God. Yep. Like you say, the scripture tell you about your eye being single, you know. And like I said, we use this world, not abuse it. You know, you might use the world. Hey, I get, you know, use it, but I'm not gonna abuse it. I'm taking it to over the top and stuff, you know. But like I said, dudes literally trying to be millionaires in this spot, millionaires and FRNs, and then take a chip. That's stupid. I'm not doing that. I'm getting out of here, man. I'm getting out of here. Y'all rots out. We all get up out of here. You know. I mean, yeah, we basically probably close out. Get that Jude, the last precept, Jude. I think it's that either 4. Yeah, Jude 4. What is it like? Yeah.
4?
Yeah, you can read 4 and then go down and finish at 5.
This is Jude chapter 1 verse 4. It says, "For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness and denying the only Lord, the Most High, and our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Says, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not."
So it's all about obviously you, of course, believing. All right, if you believe, you're not gonna be destroyed. You of course don't believe and lack faith, you're gonna be destroyed. And of course, looking back and being all into this whole, you know, the likeness of this system, being all, you know, I need to get mines and secure a bag, and you know, I need to please my, you know, like I need to please my boo. Like a lot of y'all you doing, that's gonna get you. I'm just looking out for my fam. It'll get you, and if it's doing it something out of wickedness, it's gonna get you destroyed. Taking the chip gonna get you destroyed. All right, going after the ways of this world is destroyed. You ain't supposed to be fully entangled in this world, man. You gonna get destroyed doing that way. Because keep going. We probably keep reading.
Verse 6.
Yeah, we gonna probably finish.
Verse 6 says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day."
Right, we the angels, and we here trapped in the flesh, which is the body, okay? To the judgment, okay? The judgment, the great day of the coming of Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh Shai is going to judge this whole world for if you did wickedness or if you did righteousness, all right? We, of course, being predestined, if we are of the elect, we'll be delivered, all right?
"Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire."
Right. You know, so we ain't supposed to be giving ourselves onto all these other forms of fornication, okay? Going after all these different dumb philosophies out here going after, okay, the ways of Esau, Edom, and the heathen nation. We supposed to go after the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai and its true righteousness and the righteous way, not no improper breakdowns and stuff like that. Okay, we supposed to, as the scriptures say in Sirach 25, it tell you in 3, to depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to Yahweh, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation. All right, that's what we supposed to do. Okay, we want to please Yahweh Shem Yahushai and get up out of here. All right, so with that, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who well. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, that have been edified by this lesson, and of course, peace and of course onto you, until these last days, and don't get caught up in this system, which is Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.